Hello everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at TryHackMe's challenge Tomghost. This is a vulnerable web app running Tomcat, so I like to start all these challenges off with an nmap scan just to get a general idea. I use the tag -sp. This is going to do a service scan, basically enumerate what versions of what services are running on each port. Then we're going to put the IP address, -o. This is going to be for doing an operating scan, and then --script vuln. This is going to run a script to try to find any vulnerabilities on the server. So we already know that this server is a Tomcat server. So let's just look up what port does Tomcat run on. Okay, so it runs on port 8080. So I'm gonna have to go through my VM here, so let's pull that up. So the IP address was 10.10.50.217, and then it was over port 8080, so 8080. And here we go. It looks like it's just not really set up. Yeah, you just successfully installed Tomcat. Congratulations. So it's clearly not set up. We're clearly not supposed to be here. Let's look up if there's any vulnerabilities specifically to this version of Apache Tomcat. So we can see that there could be a bunch of possible candidates here. Let's take a look at this one. We can see that there's an exploit called GhostCat. We can basically do a file read / inclusion. It looks like it's also a Metasploit. So let's take a look at this in Metasploit. To open that, you're going to use MSF console. This might take a second too. Alright, so we already know that the exploit's called GhostCat, so let's see if we can find it pretty easily. Yep, so let's copy this, use, and then we're going to paste that in, and we're going to do show options. So our host is really the only thing we have to set here, so let's do set our host, and we're going to paste the IP in here. And we're going to do run. So we can see that there's some sort of XML file here. And at the bottom here, we can see that there's credentials here. So there's the username skyfuck, and then there's this password here that's just a bunch of garbage. So what we're going to do is we're just going to wait for the results of this nmap scan here. Alright, so the nmap scan just completed. Let's scroll a bit. So we can see that port, yep, 8009 is open, 8080. It's going. So port 22 is open. So if we go back from earlier, we can see that we have a username and password. I'm going to try to log in. Let's try to log in real quick with these credentials. So skyfuck at, and we're going to say yes. And it's asking for the password, so let's put this in. And okay, nice, we're in. So as soon as we get in, we're left with two files here. We're left with credential.pgp and tryhackme.asc. So if we try to cat credential, it's just a bunch of garbage. It'll mess up your terminal. You can type reset, and that hopefully will fix everything. But we also have this key here. So what we can do is we can use this key found here, and we can decrypt credential PGP. So if we try to just decrypt this normally, by just doing gpg --import, and then we do TryHackMe, you'll import it. We can see that they have this email stuxnet@tryhackme.com. We can do gpg, gpg --decrypt, and then, oh, that's not how I spell that, decrypt, credential.pgp. And it says here that we need a passphrase to essentially decrypt this message. We can't do it normally. So we can actually crack these with John the Ripper. So I'm going to show you how, we need to get these on my Kali machine. So what I'm going to do is, this machine has Python installed. So we're going to do Python 3-m. We're going to do http. Oh, whoops. .server. Actually, let me do this first. IP adder. Oh, I guess it was right there. This find. And what this is going to do is it's going to start an HTTP server in this local directory. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why that halted for so long. So back on this machine, at the bottom here, we're going to do wget HTTP. It's over port 8000, and then TryHackMe.asc, and then Credential.pgp. Nice. Okay. So now we have both of these files here. So we're actually going to use the tool gpg2john. This is going to create a hash from this TryHackMe file here. So we are going to do gpg2john, and then we're going to put the file name, and then we're just going to do an output file. We actually cat this file. You can see that it creates a hash, and then it attaches it to this TryHackMe, and then the same email we found before. So now to crack this with John, we're going to use John --word list, and then equals -user -share -word list /rocku.txt, and then we are going to do hash. And, oh, I already cracked this hash, so it's in my my table here. I think it's just show hash. Yeah, okay. So we can see that, well, yours will only take a couple seconds, but the hacked hash is this Alexandria, or Alexandria or whatever. So now that we have this password, we can now decrypt this PGP file. So enter passphrase. We're going to enter that passphrase we found before. And, oh, maybe I didn't copy it over right. There we go. We can see that we now have, looks like a different credential, right? Merlin, and then this AS, this super long password. So we're going to do su Merlin. Su is used to change users in Linux. It's asking for the password, so we're going to pass this password. And we're in. So we're going to go to his home directory now. And you can see that we have our first flag, user.txt. So now we're going to see basically what we can do from here, right? What can Merlin do? So we can run the command sudo-l to see what essentially we can run. And we see right here, no password, we can run zip. There's this amazing website. It's called get the fuck out bins. And essentially what it shows you is any Linux executable or binary that can be exploited with either privilege escalation or whatever, bypass local security restrictions. So we can search here zip, right? And we can zip basically directories we don't have access to, because we can run it with sudo. So we can zip any directory we want, right? So we can zip the shadow directory, right? So the shadow file. So let's do that real quick, just as an example. Then unzip shadow. And here it is. Here's the root password, right? This isn't the actual flag. So the actual flag can be found in the root directory. So let's just zip that. So zip roots. That's where we're going to be placing the zip file. And then we're going to zip the directory. To zip a directory, you need to pass -r -root dash and oh, whoops, my bad. Zip -r root dash root. Oh, what? Oh, I'm so dumb. I wasn't running it as sudo. Oh my gosh, guys, that is so embarrassing. So, but here we go. Now we can unzip this. Hopefully you guys caught that before I did. And we can go cd root ls cat root.txt. And here it is. Zip is fake. We go back here, scroll down. These are both the flags to this machine.